If you're planning street lighting for rural roads, you don't need city bright lighting. You need safe visibility, simple installation, and a system that matches the budget. I'm Wow Wu. I've spent over 10 years on solar lighting projects at ADN Light. In this video, I'll walk you through real rural solar street light project setups, from low-budget options to high-quality systems. Most rural roads aren't busy at night, so the goal is usually basic brightness for walking, biking, and simple road safety. In practice, rural projects often use poles around 6 to 8 meters, and they don't always need long run times like full-night urban roads. What I see most often is this. Clients ask for 6 to 8 hours of lighting, not 12. That single decision changes everything. LED power, panel size, battery size, and total cost. Let me put typical planning numbers into simple words. For a basic rural road, a 6-meter pole often uses a 15 to 20 watt LED. That usually means around 1800 to 2400 lumens. And the lighting duration target is about 6 to 8 hours. For a more developed rural road, an 8-meter pole may use around 30 to 40 watts LED. That can be roughly 3600 to 4800 lumens. And the target runtime might be 8 to 10 hours. These are not rigid rules. They're starting points I use to align safety needs with budget reality. Now let's talk about low-budget rural projects. This is a huge market in parts of Africa and Southeast Asia. Low-cost systems usually mean plastic housings, smaller solar panels, and smaller batteries. A common setup uses about 10 to 20 watts of solar panel power, and the actual LED power is often just 5 to 8 watts. Here's an important point for tenders. Many lights are labeled 50W or $100 on the box, but the real LED draw might only be 5 to 8 watts. That doesn't automatically mean it's bad. For narrow rural roads, it can still be enough. But you must evaluate real performance, not the label. Battery-wise, I often see 3.2-volt lithium packs in the range of 5 to 20 amp hours. With normal weather, that can give about 6 hours of continuous light. If the client can stretch the budget a bit, we move to a middle option. For example, a 40-watt solar panel paired with a 3.2-volt 40 amp-hour battery can support a 15-watt LED light. That's a big step up for community roads and small gathering areas. And for durability, many buyers upgrade from plastic to aluminum housing. It costs more, but it handles harsh conditions better. Now, some rural areas want higher standards. They want brighter roads, longer lighting duration, and better materials for harsh environments. In higher quality rural projects, the target can be 4000 lumens or more. For 6-meter poles, around 4000 lumens is common. For 8-meter poles, some projects ask for up to 9000 lumens, and the runtime goal often moves to 10 to 12 hours per night. In Western Australia, reliability is a big deal. They can't afford frequent site visits or battery swaps. So a typical 6-meter premium setup might look like this: a 90-watt solar panel, a 25-watt high-efficiency LED module, LED efficiency around 180 to 190 lumens per watt, a 12.8-volt 42 amp-hour lithium battery pack, and the output is around 4000 lumens, sometimes warm white at 3000 K, depending on local preference. The logic is simple. Bigger panel means better charging margin. Bigger battery means longer lighting duration. And a strong controller, like MPPT, improves efficiency and stability. If you're writing a tender or evaluating bids, here are the 4 questions I start with. First, how many hours of lighting do you really need each night? 6 to 8 hours or 10 to 12? Second, what pole height and road width are you designing for? 6 meters and narrow roads, or 8 meters and wider coverage. Third, what's the real budget, including maintenance capacity? If maintenance is difficult, spending more upfront can reduce total risk. Fourth, are bidders quoting real LED power and real lumen output, or only big watts printed on the label? If you tell me your pole height, target runtime, and project budget range, I can suggest the right configuration tiers for your tender. Website: www.adnsolarstreetlight.com. WhatsApp: Pulse 86 156 7141854.